at LSU? Remind me.
Director of Operations.
Gotcha. And before that, you were summer league head coach. Or you were at BYU?
Yeah.
You've been a head coach before.
11 years as assistant coach and associate head coach at BYU. Was the head coach of the American Samoa National program, and been the head coach in some summer leagues, collegiate summer leagues, and so really excited to be here in Thibodaux.
Were you kind of waiting for the right opportunity to become a head coach?
100%, yes. I mean, to leave LSU with Coach Johnson, who's one of my dearest friends in college baseball and in life, it had to be the perfect fit, and this was it.
I'm sure you had other opportunities at some point that maybe you turned down or you didn't want to look into because maybe it wasn't the right thing. Does it feel good, though, to finally have the one?
Yeah, it feels good to be at a place that, like, it feels right, and so that's the biggest thing for me is taking my family somewhere. We want to go somewhere that feels right and is the right fit for us.
What makes it right?
I think the small community, just the people. We played there in 2014 when I was at BYU, and I was blown away by the people, the community, the cooking club. It left an impression on me, and it's always just kind of felt like that's a place that I would love to be.
The motions of that, the process of that. Did you talk to Coach Johnson at all about? Maybe get some advice from him on what was the best move?
100%, yeah. I probably wore him out, but he was gracious, and still talking to him. I still call on him when I have questions, and I actually had an opportunity this afternoon to visit with Coach Bertman, and that was just a treat. So the people here in Baton Rouge are the best thing about Baton Rouge, in my opinion. I love this place.
How many years did you work for Jay? Was it 2?
1 year.
1 year.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. In that 1 year, you guys had worked together prior to that, or you were just friends?
We were friends. We coached against each other. We recruited against each other. We've sat together at countless games, countless hours watching players play, and he's somebody that I've always really respected and have really appreciated as a friend.
Take me through just kind of living with him, coaching with him, what that's all like.
Incredible. It was probably the best year of my coaching career to date. I think he's a master communicator, and I don't think there's any better baseball guy in the world. But he's a great person on top of that, and all the baseball things are what they are, but he's just an incredible human being.
What did you learn from him that you want to take with you to Nichols?
Yeah, I think the way he communicates with his players, the way he communicated with his staff, the X's and the O's and the fundamentals and all the stuff is great. He's incredible at it, but like I said, he's an elite communicator, knows how to push the right button at the right time, and so hopefully I'll be able to take some of the things that I learned from him and apply them with our team at Nichols.
What was it like this past season in the role that you were in? Had you done some of those responsibilities before?
Well, coming through the coaching ranks, we all do those different responsibilities. It was the first time that was my sole responsibility, and it was a very good learning experience for me to kind of get to see the underbelly of a program and how it's supposed to operate, especially like LSU, that's the highest end of the highest. Was really, really cool, and I think it helped prepare me for the role that I'm in now.
Good. Just a couple more about that, and then of course we'll get into your team. You're taking over. A lot of things went Jay's way this offseason. Getting guys back from the pros, Schmidt not going pro.
Yeah.
They're looking pretty good, aren't they?
I would think that they're looking really good. We're playing them twice, and I'm scratching my head on how we're going to get Bear Jones out, and he's accumulated a bunch of really, really good arms. They're going to be fun to watch this year, yes.
And do you think some of the guys that ended up going pro, Gage, Luke, Tommy, project well at the next level?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think all those guys are big leaguers. they're big league humans. They're great people, but incredible baseball players. And I would expect that every one of those guys at some point plays in the big leagues.
How much did that loss hurt in UNC there at regional final?
Maybe one of the toughest losses I've ever been a part of. You know, we were so close, really one strike away, and you know, that's the beauty, I guess, of baseball. But I was so proud of our team because, as you know, John, I mean, you were there. I mean, they played with their backs against the wall for a long time last year, and they answered the call every single time. And so what a really great opportunity it was for me to be a part of it. And yeah, I don't like to think about the last game because there were so many games in between that were so good.
Something special was brewing. Unfortunately, it couldn't keep going. But so the season ends, and then this opportunity comes. What was your pitch to the athletic director, whoever it was you had to pitch to, no pun intended, about why you should get the job?
Well, you know, I guess that's a good question. I think my thing that I've always done is recruit, and I think that we can put a quality product on the field year in and year out through the recruiting process. And I love the players, so the one thing that he knows is I'm going to recruit quality kids, and I'm going to treat them really well, and I'm going to try to develop them as more than just baseball players, but as people. And so I think that was probably what I was trying to sell.
Good. And what's your strategy? I know you've attacked the portal very hard, but you still want to go after some Louisiana guys and whatnot?
Yeah, we've you know, obviously because of NCAA rules, we can't talk specifically about guys, but yeah, we have a good nucleus of Louisiana kids. We got 4 or 5 kids out of the portal that were Louisiana kids that are coming in, and then we're able to go get some other kids as well. I think we'll have a big physical, athletic team, and so I'm excited to see what we put together. You know, we've signed in the 6 weeks 22 kids, so it's been head down, and we've been going full 100 miles an hour.
That's the bulk of the roster.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Did you, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about him or if you knew him, Jacob Myers, the pitcher transferring from Nichols to LSU. Was there an opportunity to get him to stay, or
well,
what was that?
It's funny. Jacob was in on his official visit at LSU on my last day there, and so I was there and got to meet him and his parents, and you know, actually got the call that night to be the head coach at Nichols. But what an awesome kid. They love him in Thibodaux. They're going to love him in Baton Rouge. He's super talented. He's going to be a great addition to their team.
What's he good at?
He's got an elite fastball. I mean, he might have one of the best fastballs metrically in the country. I mean, it's a real elite fastball, and he's bringing with him. He's been a Friday night starter for 2 years at Nichols. So he's bringing a lot of innings and pitched in big games, and so, yeah, he's going to be really good for them.
Very good. All right, about you, about the team. You get that phone call. What's your first reaction? What's the setting? Lay it out for me.
Yeah, I was excited. You know, I was home by myself. My wife and kids were in Utah, and so, you know, obviously called them and called Coach Johnson, and was just really excited. And then legitimately, like, after I talked to my wife and my kids, and Coach Johnson was like, started calling players like the same day. So knew that it was important, you know, to go out and get the right guys and to put together a really good roster. So we went full bore.
There's kind of a mellow, low-key night?
No, I didn't have time to do anything. I probably stayed on the phone until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and fell asleep, and got up in the morning and went right back to it.
What's the first thing you do as a head coach of a college baseball team? Because it was new for you, right? So, like, what did you do?
Well, like I said, I started recruiting.
Okay.
I started working on my coaching staff. You know, I had to put together a staff really quick. So started putting together my staff and started putting together players, and then, you know, trying to work on the logistical stuff in between. And Yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, I bet. It's good. You're walking into a good situation, though, good facilities, strong program.
Yeah, great program. Coach Silva did an incredible job. You know, they've been in the NCAA tournament 2 years in a row, so we have a great foundation to build off of. The facility's awesome. It's kind of perfect for Thibodeau. We're in the process of building a $6 million program. Coach Silva did an incredible job. You know, they've been in the NCAA tournament 2 years in a row, so we have a great foundation to build off of. The facility's awesome. It's kind of perfect for Thibodeau. We're in the process of building a $6 million player development center right there at the field, and so that's going to be great. And yeah, we're just really excited about everything that's coming.
Stellar. And this season you've got LSU twice. Any other exciting games?
Yeah, we'll play LSU at home in Thibodaux in February, and then we'll come back up to Baton Rouge later, I think in April. We'll go down and play Mississippi State and Southern Miss in Biloxi, Mississippi. Well, that'll be fun, and obviously, you know, Tulane and Lafayette and, you know, Louisiana Tech outside of conference, in-state foes, and all people that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. So going in and playing those guys is going to be really, really fun, and then obviously a very tough Southland League.
Yeah, of course. A couple more for you. What are you hoping to learn in your first year, or what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, you know, I mean, we're going to go out and we're going to teach the game, and we're going to, I guess what I hope to accomplish is that our guys go out and they'll go out and compete and represent Nichols in a great light, and when people walk away, they'll say, man, that team is well, they play hard and they do things right, you know. So that, I think, would be our goal, and, you know, obviously we want to win as many games as we can win.
So you took a new job. Terry Rooney took a new job as well. What was that situation all like? Did you hear any of those talks? Talk to him at all about that?
Terry, I love. I consider him a close personal friend. I'm really excited for him. He's going to do great there, and, you know, he gets to be a pitching coach again. So we kind of were in that same deal where we were in different roles and we weren't able to coach on the field, and I think we both missed that. But, you know, he's as good of a human being as there is. He's going to be a really good pitching coach, and obviously for him to go and coach with Coach Maneri, who's one of his mentors and actually hired him at LSU the first time around, I know he's really excited for that.
It's pretty interesting. Maneri's getting back in the game, isn't it, a little bit?
It's exciting for Coach. Coach Maneri is one of the most gracious guys I've ever met. I was fortunate to ride with him on the plane to ABCA this year, and I'm really happy. I'm happy that he's healthy enough to do it, because that was part of why he stepped away in the first place. So the fact that he physically feels good enough makes me happy, and the game's a better game with him in it for sure.
Yeah, and then if you could just help me understand maybe what Coach Yeski did last year in the second half of the year to turn things around there in the pitching staff, what you could get.
Yeah, Coach Yeski's incredible. I mean, he's somebody that I've admired for a long time. You know, we grew up on the West Coast together, so when he was at Oregon State and I was at BYU, you know, seeing him on the recruiting trail, I think he's one of the brightest dudes in the game, and he really knows how to teach. So I think he did a really good job of giving them the information and giving them the ability to go out and compete freely, and I'm excited to see what he does in his career at LSU, because, like I said, I think he's as good as any pitching coach in the country.
Thanks for that. Message for the fans, anything you want to say?
We're just really excited, and go Colonels.
All right.